Hello and welcome back to a new academic writing task 2 lesson. We have reached lesson number 2. In the previous one, we have talked about what an essay is, like the introductory part. Now, today we're going to talk about how to plan your essay. And as I told you before, this lesson is brilliant if you are starting from band 4 and you're aiming at band 5 or band 5.5. Even if your English is very accurate and your grammar is well and you could easily score 7.5, but you don't know exactly how to plan an IELTS essay, then this lesson is also good for you. In today's lesson, we're going to practice, you're going to practice giving supporting points in an essay and writing the main body paragraphs of an advantages and disadvantages essay. So if you're ready, give me a thumbs up, get your notepad ready, and follow along. First, we're going to start with a little warm-up, like you're used to. I would like you to look at those 4 pictures on your left and then answer the questions on your right. If you have a body study, that's brilliant. If not, it's totally fine. You can work all by yourself. If you finish faster than 2 minutes and you don't need extra time, that's totally fine. You can move along. If you need extra time, you can pause. However, I strongly recommend you stick to the timing. Okay, so have a look at the questions. Which of the extracurricular activities in the photos you like to get involved in? What skills do you think those activities might give you? And 3, how could these skills help you in the workplace? Before you start, let's clarify what the word extracurricular means. First of all, it's an adjective. You have extracurricular activities. You can find it in one word, hyphenated, that's totally fine. And extracurricular means activity are those types of activities that you do in school or college extra to what you're actually doing at school. For example, it can be, gym club or sports, music, or anything that can extra, yeah, so in addition to the normal course of study. All right, so grab your notepads and your pen and answer the questions. You've got 2 minutes for this one. All right, time's up. Let me know what your answers are in the comment section. Before we move on to the next activity, let's clarify what each picture means. So for the first one, top left is joining a band or playing music in a band. The second one is taking swimming classes or taking swimming lessons. The third one is joining a pottery club or taking pottery lessons. And the fourth one is joining a dance club. So we've got playing music, swimming, pottery, dancing. Okay, we move on to the first activity. You've got a writing task in purple, and then below it you've got a question and you have to answer the question. Only one correct answer. Now, the question goes like this. Write about the following topic. Many students like to get involved in extracurricular activities at university, such as social clubs and or sports. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this? And then it says, give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your knowledge and experience. Write at least 250 words. Now, the first thing and the last one is going to be on each IELTS paper, regardless how many times you're going to take the IELTS writing paper. Write about the following topic. And then the last part. The last part is very, very important. There are some keywords over there. Give reasons for your answer, meaning you have to support your ideas with reasons. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you the story. I'm not really sure if this is actually true or hearsay. This is what my English tutor told me when I was in the second year of college. I'm not really sure if this is true, but it's extremely relevant to what we're talking about. I'm sure you all know Nadia Comaneci. Yeah, she's the renowned Romanian gymnast. And I don't know, back in the 70-something 80s, she was interviewed. And she was asked whether she had a favorite actor. So, do you have a favorite actor? Oh, yes, I do. Well, what's your favorite actor? And she said, Robert Redford. And of course, the follow-up question was, why? And you know what she said? De aia. Now, de aia means in English, because. Don't just do she's an extremely talented and very good gymnast, okay? But don't give this answer like de aia, okay? Just give reasons for your ideas. And remember to include any relevant examples. Support your ideas with examples from your knowledge and experience. Now, this means that is there anything that I have read, I have listened to, I have watched, I have written about, I have learned at school, college that is relevant here, and I can use it as an example. And then the last thing, which is also very important, but a lot of students disregard this, write at least 250 words. Now, at least, this is the most disregarded word, least, which means don't write 200, don't write 220, don't write 240. I'm not really sure, but most probably examiners count every single word. They're psychopaths like I am, and they do this, and I do this with my students, and they're going to count the words. And if you don't write the number of words, at least 250 words, you're going to be penalized. So the rules are very strict and they're very straightforward and clear. So make sure you follow the rules to get the maximum points. Okay, no more talking. I would like you to read the question very carefully, and then the writing task, and then read the question below it and choose the correct answer. A, B, C, and D. You've got 1 minute to do so. Okay, and A is the correct answer. The good and the bad points of doing extra activities, because good and bad are synonyms for advantages and disadvantages. B, an extra activity that is good for students that's incorrect because they don't ask you to write about this, or an extra activity that is not good. No, they ask you what the advantages and disadvantages are of taking part in extracurricular activities while also studying at university. And D, your experience of doing extra activities at university. Yes, you can use this, but as examples. You don't have to write a 250 word essay about your whole experience of swimming and going to the pool, or pottery and, I don't know, reimagining and the same scene from Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. No. Okay, so this is what you have to write about. And we're going to the next activity. What made you choose answer A? Yeah, which are the keywords that helped you decide that A is the correct answer? So what I would like you to do is to underline the parts, the words, the phrases of the essay question that helped you answer the question in the previous activity. Okay, let's see, go. Okay, and the answers are students, extracurricular, I would also go extracurricular activities, university, the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so you've got 5 words, if you want to say so, that are the key words, and this is what they're going to be the focal point of your essay. Students, extracurricular activities, where, university, what should I write about, the good parts and the bad parts of doing this during while studying at university. Okay, and this is what you should be doing during the exam as well. We'll talk more about this, but you should spend around 3 to 4, even 5 minutes to actually read the question, the task, underline the keywords, jot down some ideas, what you're going to actually write in each paragraph. Don't just simply start writing. Don't play the stream of consciousness, Virginia Woolf or James Joyce or whatever. You need to plan. And I think I've also posted something on my Instagram account. Whatever you do in life, you need to have some sort of a plan. You go to the market, you have a plan. I'm going to buy tomatoes, cucumbers, so on and so forth. You're going to the mall to buy, I don't know, underwear. I'm going to buy this type of underwear, the seamless or the tight underwear or whatever. You're trying to invite that pretty boy or that new girl out. You're planning what you're going to say. Of course, you can go spur of the moment, yeah, but I mean, let's face it, you always plan. So planning is extremely important. I don't know if you can hear that. Extremely important when you start writing your essay. Yeah, so when you've got like 40 minutes to write your 250 word essay, if you take 5 minutes out of those 40 minutes to read the question, underline the keywords, make a plan, trust me, it's going to get better than like simply reading the question, oh, what I have to do, advantages and disadvantages, writing. And then somewhere mid essay, oh, what was I supposed to do? Oh, I've written about this already. Oh, I have to change. Oh, I made a mistake. And then what happens? You go into a loop, you panic, you go back, you write, you go back, you change. But first, if you plan, yeah, first you think and then you write, that's the trajectory. There's no loop. Think, write, review. That's it. Okay, we're moving on. We've got another activity. You're going to read the model answer of an advantages and disadvantages essay, and you have to match the parts of the essay. I will strongly recommend you to write them down with the paragraphs A to D. So first you have the disadvantages, the introducing the topic, 3, the conclusion, 4, the advantages. And here you have the paragraphs A, B, C, and D, and you have to match them, each letter to a number. You've got 2 minutes to do this. Go. Okay, time is up. Here are the answers. So we have it in order: introducing the topic, the introduction, the advantages, then the disadvantages, and of course the conclusion. As you can see, the paragraphs are quite balanced. You have at least one advantage, which are supported by example, and I think this is a very good essay. Remember that this essay is written by a band 4 students who's aiming at band 5 and band 5.5, so it's quite, the vocabulary and grammar are satisfactory to meet the criteria. All right, we're moving on. You're going to read the model answer again, but you'll have to answer some questions. I strongly recommend you write the answers down. First of all, does it answer the question in the task? Is it about the topic, or is it off topic? And which advantages and which disadvantages does it mention? And you've got another 2 minutes for this one. Here you go. Okay, so does it answer the question in the task? And which are the advantages? Yes, it actually does. So it's on topic. And the advantages are two of them in each paragraph: making friends, cheap ways to learn new skills. The minuses are take time from study, no time for paid work, which is really good. Two advantages, two disadvantages, which have been supported by examples. I think this is a very good essay for band 5.5. All right, and we're moving on to the very last activity from our from today's lesson. A little bit of brainstorming for you. I would like you to think of two advantages and two more disadvantages you can include in your essay for the same question. Yeah, the question that we've been talking about. Many students like to get involved in extracurricular activities at university, such as social clubs or sports. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this? You've got 2 minutes. So if my maths is okay, you've got 30 seconds for each advantage and disadvantage. Yeah, 1 point. Yeah, okay. If you've got a study buddy, that's brilliant. You can work together, but work, not chit-chatting about, I don't know, what you've done recently or anything like that. If not, you can work all by yourself. You've got 2 minutes. If you finish faster, then that's totally fine. 2 minutes. Here it goes. Okay, and here are some examples, advantages and disadvantages I thought of. You can do things that can be good for career, positive use of time, yeah, and the drawbacks: uses all energy and can be a waste of time if you choose the wrong extracurricular activity. Okay, and I lied about this. We've got another activity, which is activity 6. Yeah, I would like you to have a look at paragraphs B and C from the same model answer. And I would like you to find the parts where the student explains their answer. Now, remember what I told you a few minutes back. You present an idea, you explain it, you give reasons, and then you support it with examples. Find one point that explains or supports each advantage and disadvantage, and you've got 2 minutes for this. All right, and these are the answers. Yeah, you get well with each other. You have the same interest. Well, it supports. Yeah, obviously, it is a good idea, opportunity, and then the disadvantages. It is easy to take on or write your assignments, and this means that, and with big debts. Explains, supports. Yeah, not very complicated. All right. As a homework, you could try to write the essay yourself. I strongly recommend you stick to 40 minutes. Don't take 1 hour. And then it said, oh, I wrote a band 9 essay. Yeah, of course you did. And I'd like to give you, before we go, some tips for the road. So first of all, the purpose of the academic writing is to test your ability to write academic tests. Yeah. And we're going to focus on the essay right now, and I'm going to give you a few do's and don'ts. Do read the questions carefully and make sure you understand them. This is why it would be very good for you to underline the keywords. Plan each task to make sure you answer all parts of the question and then organize your ideas well when you write. And please don't spend too much time planning. In extreme cases, no more than 10 minutes for task 2, the essay, okay? 10 minutes, and even if you take 10 minutes, you still have half an hour to write, but no more than 10 minutes. And don't write the first draft in full and then write the second, because you won't have time for this. You've got 40 minutes for the essay, and it's not really a luxury. Do write in paragraphs like the one that I showed you, like these ones. These are paragraphs, and you demarcate them by skipping a line. Use a variety of language and connecting words or linkers or connectors which join ideas together. Connectors are something like as a result, however. The basic ones are so, but, and, or. But these are very, very, very basic. And which is extremely important, do leave time to review your writing. It's very important to read it once to check to see if it makes sense, and then read it again and check for any incorrect language, punctuation, and spelling. A lot of candidates skip this part and they simply, oh no, I'm going to spend more time planning. But it even happened to me. Like today, for example, I written activity 5 twice. It happens to the best of us. Now, in the academic part, in the essay part, which is an academic essay, the question might ask you to discuss an opinion or to provide solutions to a problem, to explain the causes and effects or something, or like we did something today, to write the advantages and disadvantages. And there are usually 2 parts to the question, and you must make sure you address both parts in the essay. And again, you should write at least 250 words. Now, what you should be doing before you write? Again, read the question very carefully, underline the keywords, identify the type of essay you have to write. We're going to talk about the other types of essays in the following lessons, don't worry about this. Then you have to generate ideas, which is brainstorming on how to answer the question and note down keywords. It would be a very good idea for you to write down useful words or phrases you could use. Then you have to organize the ideas and words and phrases into a paragraph plan. And I would strongly recommend you to write a 4-paragraph essay, an introduction, 2 main body paragraphs, and then the conclusion. While you're writing, make sure you follow your paragraph plan. Don't digress, stick to the plan. This is why I've got the plan. And start with an introduction. Yeah, you need to have a head and then the body and then some legs attached to the body so you can walk. So the head, introduction, which introduces the topic, gives some background information, not something super extraordinary, and make a statement which the essay will discuss. And what is extremely important, to paraphrase the essay question. Don't copy word for word. Then you should start each main body paragraph with a topic sentence. A topic sentence is the backbone of each paragraph, is like a summary of each paragraph. And then you have to give supporting points, and then you have to expand your ideas where possible by giving explanations, examples, or reasons. Finally, the legs, the conclusion. End with the conclusion, which summarizes the key points. Again, paraphrase rather than repeat the points you made earlier. Write clearly. This is extremely important. If you're taking the paper-based exam, write clearly so the examiner can read your handwriting. If you're taking the computer-based, then that's totally fine. However, be careful with your typos. And again, write at least 250 words or you will lose marks. After you have written, read the essay, check that it makes sense and that the ideas are organized logically. Unfortunately, if you realize at the end of the test that they don't organize logically, there's little you can do, bad luck. Well, maybe you should know how to prepare more in advance. Correct any incorrect language, punctuation, spelling, just cross softly with one line and then right on top of it, don't just doodle there. Cross everything, any changes neatly and write the correction neatly above or below them. All of these tips you can find and with much more all types of essays, you can find them on my website, IELTSexpress.ro. You can find my website address in the description or on my Instagram account. And everything I have told you right now, you have it bit by bit. And I'm going to spoon feed you everything I know and I have learned on my website, on my academic writing course. That will be all for today. Thank you very much for having me. Take care of yourselves. I do hope you have managed to learn more about writing an essay and it's been a little bit clearer. If so, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and see you next time at the new IELTS Express lesson. Take care. Bye-bye.